So the question is, how do you build a business online if you have no social connections for building a business and you have no skills or talent or the kind of personality where people are going to want to lay down their credit card and put money out there to join you? So how do you build it? Here's how I did it. I'll share my experience. I've been doing it for over 11 years so far, and I've personally signed up well over 500 people. Which, when you consider 11 years, I don't think it's that many, but it was certainly way more than enough to create some cool success where I don't need a job at all, and I haven't for a very long time, and I can travel and live free, because that's what we want at the end of the day, is to be able to live free. But you don't have the social connections or the personality type that makes people want to lay down their credit card and join you. So how are you going to do it to be able to live free? The answer in one word is consistency. And very briefly, here's what I mean by that. So my invitation that I use most of all is very cut and dry. I don't really insert my personality into it. And I especially don't do a bunch of flowery little nuances in my invitation that just makes it sound weird. And so what my invitation looks like is going to be variations of something like this. Hey, first name. I have this blog I typed up 5 minutes about my health and fitness business. Would you like to look at it to see if it's something you'd like to do too? Or maybe it's a video, or who knows, or maybe my coach did something. But something along the lines of that. Very cut and dry, direct to the point. People don't get upset that I send them something like that. And generally when people aren't interested, they'll say thank you anyway, because it's just a really cool way to share something with somebody instead of doing all these little flowery things in an invitation, and it ends up sounding kind of weird and stuff. So that's basically it, but I do that consistently. And so what happens when it's consistent is it makes up for not having the personality type that is magnetic in a way that gets people to say, yeah, okay, I don't care what it is that you're doing, Tom. I'm just attracted to what you're doing and your personality type, so here's my credit card and sign me up. So there's people like that exist, sure, but I'm not one of them. Nobody ever signed up with me because they like my personality. Some people like my personality, but it's not a thing that gets them to lay down their credit card and make an investment like that and get into a home business with me. It just isn't. So it's people get into it because who knows why. Everybody has their own motivation, but the key to your perspective and how am I going to do it if I just don't have that personality type where people are going to want to, and those social connections where people are going to lay down their credit card. Well, this is it, a cut and dry invitation that's really direct and short and sweet, like the example I gave you a little earlier in this video, and you do it consistently on a daily basis. You just randomly pick people to send that to over a private message or email or whatever, and people don't get upset over it, and once in a while somebody says, yeah, this looks pretty good to me, here's my credit card, let's go, something along those lines. And then the next thing, because the next thing is like, well, what do I do when somebody signs up? I don't know how to train them and get them started. You don't have to. When people enroll with me, I plug them into the trainings that are already there. And so you would do the same thing. The trainings are already established and they're maintained and run and hosted and whatever by established leaders that are really good at what they do. So I leverage them for that. And so that frees up my time and my worries, and I don't have to worry about it, and I can just spend my time just being consistent with that invitation I put out there. And honest to God, most of the time I just copy and paste, so it's not even really personalized except for the name of the person. So it's about as cut and dry as it gets and about as safe as it gets, and it's effective. So that really makes the difference in the world. It's a game changer for any one of you that's like me, that just doesn't have that kind of social rapport with people in general, to where you speak and they're going to want to lay down their credit card and so on and so forth. And for those of you that do have that gift, bless you, I'm jealous. So having said that, I have a health and fitness business. For those of you that would like to look at it to see if it's something you'd want to do with me, and you want to share with your friends and whoever else that's in your circle, same thing. You won't have to train them as people sign up with you. You plug them into the trainings that already exist. and your people will be able to say the same thing to their people that they talk to, and so on and so forth. So it duplicates endlessly. So if you want to see what I do, just private message me, ask me about it, and I will send you that blog. Or if you'd rather have a video, I'll send you information in whatever facet you'd like to see it in, and you can see if you want to do it with me. It's health, it's fitness, and it's passive and residual money, the kind of money that untethers a person from their time and their money. It separates their time from their money, so you can live free, a free human being, and the job can be this optional thing that you don't need anymore, but you can have it if you want it. And if you want to travel somewhere, you got the money, it's there, you don't need to save up for it. It's a build up to that with residual income. It's a beautiful thing. Bills are residual, so stop trying to pay it down with ordinary money. You don't get ahead, you never get your freedom. You meet residual bills with residual money, and then you got your freedom. So that's a really, really cool, game-changing, it's another world living with that kind of income, because it untethers itself from how you spend your time, so you can spend your time how you want. That one singular dash that you get between your birth date and your dash date. It makes sense to me. It's a value thing, really, in my mind. It's a deeply emotional value thing, that you be able to spend that one singular dash that you get between your birth and death date how you want, instead of having your time tethered to a paycheck. So there you have it. I look forward to hearing from those of you that reach out to me wanting to see what I do, to see if you want to do it too. And I've also got my website, TomBerkenmeyer.com, just as it's spelled here on social media, TomBerkenmeyer.com. And I look forward to hearing from you. Feel free to share this. Bye for now. Mwah.